For those of us who are really driven, whether you're a professional or an athlete, or you just really care about doing everything to the absolute best of your ability and want to squeeze all the juice out of life, there is a real tendency to beat ourselves up. And beating ourselves up is a strategy we use when you explore it in the subconscious. It's a strategy to motivate ourselves. And it does get us to a certain point. You do actually work hard and probably get a lot done. The problem with it is that it bleeds you dry and it exhausts you and it stops you noticing, stops you having the time to enjoy what's actually around you and to connect with it properly. And unless you're connecting with the people and the places and what's happening around you properly and deeply, first of all, you can't enjoy them. So you're going to end up drained, having no energy and not being able to work hard. And secondly, you end up suppressing everything that you really want and care about and desire, and all those things that would actually give you natural motivation, which is far more powerful than beating yourself up. I mean, just imagine how much more excited are you to go and do something, how much more likely to be motivated and excited and have energy for something that you really enjoy than doing something that is actually a grind for you. There's just no comparison. It's so much more powerful to come from that place of motivation and energy. But we have this internal operating system based on our bully, based on our fear, which says to us that you cannot afford to stop bullying yourself. You cannot afford to stop putting pressure on yourself, because then you will just stop achieving what you need to achieve and you'll just lie around in bed all day or sit on the sofa. But you see, the thing is, these voices are not true. But for you to stop, you first need to trust that the voices are not true and to be able to move over to finding a way of going after truly what you want, truly what you enjoy. And that feels like stepping into the abyss, because all the pushing, all the bullying was keeping you safe. And if you stop it, you suddenly feel very vulnerable and very scared, like that, it will actually feel horrible to sit and do nothing when you're used to pushing yourself all the time, because you'll be like, I am screwed. I am going to fail. Your whole ego system is going to tell you stories. Your mind's going to create stories. You're really going to fail if you don't get your ass in gear and do stuff again. But the truth is that if you carry on beating yourself up, carry on pushing yourself so hard, all you end up doing is exhausting yourself, draining yourself dry of motivation and excitement, enthusiasm. You suppress everything you care about and desire and want, which is what really drives and motivates you without you having to put in any effort. And ultimately, the fear that pushes you, that drives you from a place of, I have to do this, and if I don't get it done, then something bad will happen, actually it's not conducive to doing a good job for things. I mean, the best example I can give you probably was, when I was doing legal work, and I know that, if somebody would ask me to do a piece of work and I wasn't sure about, that I'd done loads of times or something before, instead of using one book to look up to make sure that I was getting it right, I would look up five, and instead of spending 1 hour making the document, I'd spend 5. And very soon you have created a situation where it's taking you 10 hours instead of 2, and you can't get enough work done. And then you've said to yourself, look at me, here I am, it's taking me so long to do all this work, I must be really, really rubbish at it. So although you weren't rubbish at it at all, you've created the evidence to yourself that shows actually you are rubbish, because it takes you so long to do a job that it takes you 10 hours to do a job that should have taken 2 hours. And that's how it works. When you motivate you drive yourself from fear rather than from your desire and from your joy, which is coming on to one of the reasons why I love using biking to help people trust this new way of being, which works far better, and get them to notice what happens when they are riding their bike and something's difficult or scary, like the hill's steep where there's some big rocks, and they just give themselves a hard time. I can't do that, I should be a better bike rider, why am I so scared, why am I holding the brake so hard, why am I so tense? And then get them to become aware of that, and then get them to consciously change that, to first of all connect with all their excitement and motivation and passion for cycling and being in the outdoors and being in the fresh air and whizzing down the hill and all the things that they are, know they are when they're in their happy place. And then to remember that as they go down the hill. And invariably people end up whizzing down the hill faster, totally relaxed, totally enjoying themselves, but actually just riding a whole lot better. And then they're like, then you get the trust, then you get to see that this is not just some idea, this is not some intellectual idea that somebody's putting it forward to you. This actually works and it's actually true. So yeah, if you love your bike and you want to try it out, I invite you the next time you go out to find yourself something challenging to do. Consciously notice the self-talk that's coming up when you're not doing a great job of it or you're scared. And not to beat yourself up for that, but to instead to change the story, to get in touch with the last time you felt really, really happy and empowered, and remember who you are when you're like that. And just repeat the words over to yourself. I am free, I am confident, I am strong, for example. They might not be your words, but you know, they might be for some people. And see the difference it makes. So perhaps you can trust more to let go of your way of motivating yourself by beating yourself up, to a place where you instead go within yourself, get deeply in touch with what you care about and you want and what you desire and what makes you happy, and move forward from that place. Move more and more into those things that you love to do and what you love to do about them, and beat yourself up less and less.